Walk around on the 2020 F450 Limited. Reach there. 13,141 on the miles. We'll do an exterior walk around. We'll go over the features, and then I'll get underneath the truck. Let me turn the rock lights on so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so this is a limited package, highest option package available through Ford for this year, with all options. This truck was built when it was relatively new, and we just went through and did a refresh on it. Spent most of its life in Santa Fe, Texas, and then we just shipped it up and did a total refresh. Not total refresh, but refreshed everything underneath. Headlights split and painted, so they have the star white with the black back, and then a smoked lens from Clears, and then also the smoked insert here to get rid of the amber. That's also a Clears product. Grille has been painted to match around the edge or the perimeter, and then the emblems have gone chrome and star white. It is a limited, so factory bumpers are star white. Then with these mirror caps are star white from the factory. We didn't do anything with the side badges, the limited badge that is in the factory finish, including the door handles and any of the trim pieces, so it does leave a little bit of chrome on the truck. The reason that that was done was that the accent on the suspension would be a stainless emblem, and then this titanium colored king, which is like a very similar hue, or it has that raw metal look. And then also the big polished wheel. So it's 24 by 14 front. These are American Force Man of War with 42 1550 24 Furies. Undercarriage is done in a two-stage powder to mimic the star white. So lever arms, springs, your 4-link bars, then long link and short link on steering and panhard, with this stainless accent piecing. Then going to the back of the truck, 24-inch American Force Man of War. These are directional. And then 42 1550 24 Fury tires. So to get these to fit, which they're stanked out pretty good, there's a 2-inch spacer between, and then there's an 1.5 inches. I don't know if you can really see it in there, but there's an 1.5 inch spacer coming off the hub. What that does is it pulls this tire away from the suspension component, so if there's any flex, you don't have any chance of that rubbing. There's about 2.25, maybe a little bit more space there between the sidewall of the tire and the bolt. This does have a factory not factory. That part of the anti-level system, it does have the cantilevered airbag subframe, which is part of the dually kit, which moves the coil over in front of the axle and then puts 2 airbags in the back here for load leveling capacity. So as this one's set up on auto leveling, so as you add weight to the back of the truck, it will push up on these levers on each side and fill the bag. I have this air system drained currently, just because when we have the truck at the shop, we have about 8 of these on site right now, and if someone's working on one and using the Bluetooth control, want to make sure that nobody's blowing off an air horn, or we also keep the suspension shut off when they're in the shop, so that way they don't move. So we disable these when they're here, but this is an autofill system that's tied into the compressor for the train horns. Recon lights on the dually flares. And then rear tails have been smoked. Factory light. Limited plaque is left alone. Rear bumper is factory with the star white. This has the factory gooseneck and 5th wheel prep. And the pull-out step. The hydraulic components for this are in the spare tire delete box. So spare tire has been removed that does no longer fit in this area. And then this box houses your pump, valve stack, batteries, and street charger. And it also has a port here for your shore power. Rear emblem painted the star white and the chrome, so it's sort of the blue. Factory emissions, so factory tailpipe, and then all factory piping going up. So we just took this and stripped the 4-link bars. Any of the white parts we just had repowdered. So the lever arms, short links, 4-link bars in the rear, 4-link bars in the front, steering and panhard up front, coil springs. They've all been redone, and then we did the new updated Ride Tech 4-link joints. And that was all just done. So everything on this truck is brought up to current spec. So if we were gonna build one for you today, same parts. So, and as far as the truck itself goes, there's literally 0 flaws anywhere. So to do a walk around to point out any nicks or chips or scratches or anything like that, there's none. Front of the dually flares are in good shape. They usually get peppered from the big tires, but this truck, they're both in good shape. Same thing on this side. And then all down the side, no, some water there. No dents or dings or nicks or chips or scratches or anything. This is a, I mean, I can't really call anything a 10 out of 10, but this is a 10 out of 10. Then getting to the inside. It's all factory limited interior inside. No modifications. Got the big panel roof, upfitter switches, heated and cooled seats, heated and cooled back seats. Panel controls are here. So we have the air compressor on off, rock lights on off, and then the train horn. Train horn's momentary, so the horns will hold as long as your finger is on that button. Then you're up and down for front and rear lift. Same thing with the inside. Inside is flawless, no marks, or still has all the factory stuff that came from Ford. And we got the street charger here under the seat. That'll be for the shore power, and then the kicks, the Vi-Air kit for the has an onboard air system. So you got your airline in your truck. It's all there. We are inside. The lighting's a little dull in the back bay here, but we're in upstate New York, so the lighting's a little dull. Anyways, you know, it's still dark at noon for some reason.